You're now good to go. Hi guys, thank you very much for joining our today's session. Today we have Sagar as a guest speaker. Sagar is a Salesforce Einstein champion. He is working as a senior consultant at SCA Technology. He is also a Journey to Salesforce mentor. And yeah, okay. Sagar, can we go move to our next slide? Okay. So we are running quite we are running various initiatives in which we have Impact Salesforce Saturday. Also, we have running Talent Central, which we have launched recently, and other one we have Mentorship Central. Impact Salesforce Saturday is a series of Salesforce Saturdays which we are running for which we are running in every Saturdays. And can we move to the next slide? Okay, sure. So which we are doing for a couple of years now, and we have revamped the Impact Salesforce Saturday from virtual Salesforce Saturday. You can find all of our previous sessions in the URL which we have given in that, and which we have lined up various upcoming sessions. You can find all of our upcoming sessions in the URL which is displaying that. Sagar, can we move to a next slide? Okay. We have recently launched a Talent Central. The main aim of Talent Central is that HR and student can connect on a platform. This is a platform where everybody can join. Basically, it is for students and HR. Okay, Sagar. We are running a new initiative which we call Mentorship Central, in which we are matching mentees' request to a mentor. So you need to sign up as a mentee and as a mentor, so you can connect with each other. Okay, so I think we are good to go. Sagar, over to you.
Thanks, Vishal. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to connect and share my knowledge on Salesforce Einstein OCR and get some feedback, discuss on top of it, and build some great solutions together. So I hope everyone is safe and healthy. Darker the times are, brighter the hope should be. Hope to not to give up, right? Hope to learn something new. And with this hope, let's start our session on Salesforce Einstein OCR. First of all, this session is not just for the devs, Salesforce developers. I mean, this is for everyone. This is for Salesforce developers. This is for the students who want to get started into the AI, and Einstein being, I think, one of the coolest platform out there. So this is for you. This is for admins. This is for the consultants. This is for everyone who want to start their Einstein AI journey. Um, and in today's session, we will be, walking towards the Einstein high level understanding about the Einstein platform, seeing what exactly the umbrella is, because many of us have this query, right? This question that where to start, where should I take the first step, right? And that is where which is very important. So the first part of today's agenda, I will be covering these, the basics, the high level understanding about the Salesforce Einstein platform, and how you can see to it, right? How you can plan towards it. That is something we can actually plan and then execute together. Then we will be, of course, the agenda. The second agenda is what the webinar is all about. That is Salesforce Einstein OCR. So we'll be running on what exactly Einstein OCR is and where does it sits into the Salesforce Einstein platform umbrella, and a couple of use cases will be running in hands-on, and then we'll be moving to the Q&A as well. Okay. Before moving to the actual content, there is a event plan from Salesforce, that is the episode 1, meet the digital imperative with an AI powered platform. So this is scheduled on July 15th. The timing which are mentioned as an PST. I would really urge each one of you to please join into that event, and we can of course connect in that event as well. And you will be getting a chance to learn more what exactly about the finest feature and how we can actually improve the business using AI as well. Okay, so this is I would say the simplest version of the Einstein umbrella. I remember in my first first webinar, which I gave through New Delhi SFTC right? In that, I've given a big umbrella where a lot of features were mentioned, but when you give a lot of information, they sometimes create complexity, right? They sometimes create confusion. Though there is no room for confusion, right? But still, it does in someone's mind, right? So this is Salesforce Einstein platform. We can divide it into three parts. We have three type of uh, um, you know categories, right? There are features, there are Einstein features which are ready to use. So what you just have to do is you just have to get it on into your org and start using it. That's it. I mentioned only one example, but the product lineup is huge. This is again just to avoid any confusion and clear the picture, clear the road, so that we actually divide it into a right category and then take it through. So ready to use is something which you can actually start by today, by tomorrow in your org or in your company's org straight away. The second category is admin tools, right? So admins have been given this these powerful tools like prediction builder, where you guys can go and through point and click, you can actually move your existing data structure, your existing objects, talking to the data and then giving you some sort of predictions, right? It sounds really cool, and it's really a cool tool. I hope many of you might have already gone for certain demos of Einstein Prediction Builder. This is again one example. The list is huge. It's a big list, and a number of tools are there. Okay. Now we have the Einstein developer tools. So this is for the developers, right? No. Why I said no, that is something I will be clearing into upcoming slides. But Einstein dev tools are something which I would say, as per me, because being a developer, these are the most powerful of all. That's what I believe. But yeah, as an is a completely personal choice, right? So Einstein developer tools allows you to create your own data set, right? It's like your own data set, whatever you want to have, right? You can do everything in your data set and train them, and get a data model, right? Model ID out of it, and then use that model ID for the predictions. And the category, right, is just a brief introduction. I have already given a webinar on same, where I've covered the Einstein language, deep down understanding. Of course, we have done into the past session, so I won't spend more time into that. But yeah, this is really cool. I would, I am really into the dev tools as always, and I started my journey around 2018 with the Einstein dev tools first. That's what something which I started, right? I didn't use any other tools, but yeah, the dev tools first, right? So Einstein vision comes into this bucket. Again, this is just an example. The list is huge, and dev tools are something which we will be talking about. Now I'm saying dev tools, right? So a lot of you might be having a little doubt. It's all dev tools, right? Why I'm here, right? And why Sagar is saying that these tools are this webinar is for all. Trust me, it is for all, because we will be covering um, this, we will be answering this specific question into the next in the upcoming slides. Okay, so this is the high level overview about the Einstein dev tools. We have two categories here: Einstein vision and Einstein language. Einstein vision has three different features, cool features, which are Einstein image classification, Einstein object detection, and what we are for today, right? Einstein OCR. Similarly, the other category we have is Einstein language, where we have Einstein intent and Einstein sentiment. So Einstein language is something, some, my loving topic. I have given a webinar on this one previously. So I'm into language, right? So that's for sure. That's 100%. But yeah, DevTools is something which I really admire most. So OCR comes into the Einstein vision. That is the bucket. So guys, please feel free to put the questions into the chat box. We will be answering them into the into at the end of our session. So feel free whenever you're getting a query, right, have an note it down somewhere, or like just shoot it across, right, so that we can actually consolidate and then get it answered. And if time is not permitting us to do that, we will be connecting offline, right, through our social networks, and then getting trying to get all the answers together. And if even, right, I would not say that I'm like really an expert on these, but we will definitely try to explore them together. Being an Einstein champion, it gives a leverage, right? We actually get a chance to connect with directly with the Einstein product team. So that is definitely a leverage. So I think we definitely will be able to get all our queries fulfilled. That's for sure, guys. Okay, so dev tools, right? Seems really not interesting for some, right? But um, this is something which is really not interesting for some, I would say, now, right? But in the future it will be really different. So that's what I'm just trying to, I've just this slide is all about trying to explain what is the future and what is currently happening. So you have to write 15-20 lines of code, right? So it's like complete API. And when we are doing any an external integrations, right, it's like always three level, guys. Just to give a brief, it's always three level, right? Authorization, authentication, and using the service as we want, right? So this is just a small example, right? So ideally the lines will be huge if you're not using named credentials. So I would not spend more time confusing you guys into this, but this is what we have right now. You have to write a number of lines here, but the future, right, that's what we have as in one line. So how cool is it, right? In a way, we are moving to a different direction, or a direction which is already, which we all know, low code, no code, right? And that's what this is all about. So future is very bright, right? As I said initially, that's what we are hoping for, and that's what I think we will be getting. And this is what even you will find in a lot of Salesforce blogs itself, right? Okay, dev tools. Let me go back to the previous. So now is really a little complicated, right? What should we do? Do we definitely need to write this much line of code? The answer is no. Trust me, no need to, you know, get confused. No need to think about that, how should I configure my environment? How should I get into that and all, right? It's all there, and you just have to follow this, just the step-by-step process. And this slide is all about that. So the first thing, right, this is for the basics. If you want to learn the basics of the Einstein Dev tools and want to get your hands from the scratch and take it to the next level, um, I've consolidated this list, right? This will really help you. So the first thing which you have to do is, you have to go to metamind.readme.io. This is, everything you will find from the scratch to the advanced level. Every detailed document you will find it here. Even I myself, right, I always go into this this website. I would not say every day, but twice in a week, definitely. I spend every Sunday into this website, try to learn, try to see what exactly has been changed, right? And see what exactly was there and what exactly is now there, right? Because that is what, we things are all about when you're doing some research, right? So this is all about this from starting from the scratch, right? But there are some who don't want to start from the scratch. They want to start from the intermediate level, right? And that's what the second part is, the second step is all about. This is trailhead. um, so no introduction needed. Trailhead, there are like n number of modules, guys, you can related to the Einstein. It's not about just starting with the dev tools. It's all about how you will be building yourself for the Einstein, what exactly is the requirement, right? What data material what knowledge material you need. Everything is available in this one, right? Now, still, right, it is an intermediate level. I am an admin, right? I don't want to do anything. What should I do, right? I don't want to invest my time into configuring something, or like taking some visual force pages, deploying it into my org, right? Those all things. What should I do? So there is a GitHub repository, again managed, and then all credit goes to the respective developer, and you can find entire Einstein Dev Platform tool, which so what created at that time, right, is there, and the repository is there. You can download and then start using it. Now, this is all about minimum code. Okay, so I think we are going into the right direction now. What if someone don't even want to spend any time, right? Like, I just want to go into my org and I just want to install install just want to readily use it, right? So there is an app exchange app available. So on, of course, on the app exchange, the place we love, right? So I would suggest everyone to go and at least install into one org, right? See what exactly, if you're working from the scratch, still you will be able to compare what exactly is there in the app, right? And that's what I think will be definitely helping you as well. Now, that's all right. But what if I'm a student, right? I don't want to go. Of course, I should go into my org, but I don't want to go into my org, right? I want to use something straight away. So this is something which I'm managing, cplayground.com. So this is something which is, I wouldn't say that you will find codes there, right? But you would find all the related dev tools available, so that you can actually go ahead and then start using it without waiting for anything. And that's what this is all about. Okay, so spending a lot of time into understanding the dev tools. I hope everyone is well aware about the dev tools as of now, right? The whole structure, right? How the flow is, right? How, what is the umbrella, and what categories we have, and this is how you can get started. And I would urge each one of you, please go ahead and then start doing it, right? Please start from today itself, from scratch, with Trailhead. Get the code from the GitHub, right? And or the from the app exchange, or from the C playground itself, right? So that's it. I think we can get started with the topic for today, and that is Salesforce Einstein OCR. Well, personally, I don't think I should actually give the proper definition in the words, right, about this. Everyone knows it's like identifying the alpha numeric text characters, right, which are available inside that image, and getting those text converted into the character, right, and use it for various business cases, right? Now, this is a simplest example, simplest definition, right? Now, with this definition, what exactly we have into the Einstein Salesforce Einstein OCR, right? So, guys, we have three data models already available. We do not. So there is a process. If everyone is not aware about, there is a process where you can actually create your own data set, like have a data model, right? And then from the data model, you can start the predictions. But with the Salesforce Einstein OCR, you do not need to train your model, like create a model, or train your model and then use that model. All that is already done. You have readily available data models which you can use for your use case, whatever you want to use it for, right? Or it can be for fun, which we'll be just doing, right, in this at the end of this webinar. Okay, so the first data model which is available is OCR model, right? This is something which is which we can actually use for business cards, right? So for an example, we have a visiting card, right? Or we have a specific structure on a business card, right? We can actually use that business card. We can throw, throw is not the right word. We can actually use that image, send it across to the Einstein platform, right? And then we will get the predictions out of the Einstein platform, right? So OCR model, I mentioned it twice here as well as here, right? Because one model, we are having two different categories subcategories, we can call it, right? That is something which is a tag. In the first option, first category which I mentioned, that is contact. I hope you guys can see the cursor, right? So that is tag as in contact. So if your business card, right, this is I know this will sound a little tricky, but bear with me on this, right? OCR model, which is available already, which is available, you have to use tag as in contact if you're using, if you want to predict a business card, right? For the others, for unformatted data, right, inside an image where you don't exactly know, right, it is not being defined precisely, so you can use the tag as in text, right? That will be default will be there, so no need to do anything. This is something which I know it's tricky, but we will be covering into the next slide. Now, the third data model, which we can call it as an it's tabulate V2. That's what the name of the model is, and images that contain data in tables, right? So, as again, this tag is an table, right? So we will be using tag as an table here, and data model will be using a tabulate V2. Again, guys, any questions? Please feel free to put it into the put it into the chat. We will be covering them at the end of our session, right? So this is really tricky, right? I totally understand. We will be doing the demo, then we will be actually clearing it out, all the layers. We will be actually clearing it out. Okay, so just to rephrase it, um, we have a pre-built data model, OCR model, and tablet V2, right? For business cards, right, for kind of a contact, right, we will be using tag as in contact into the data model, which is OCR model, right? And for the unstructured or unformatted data, we will be just using the data model as an OCR model. So, but if we have a table-like structure inside an image, we want to, predict, right? We want to exactly um, get, the prediction out of it, right? The label and all, which we'll be covering. That is tablet V2, which is the data model. Okay, so I hope somewhat this cloudy situation might be a little clearing for you, right? So let's go ahead and move to the next slide. So this is the API structure, right? All the, I think, non-devs or whomsoever is scared of the APIs, I think this will really sound a little tricky, but this is pretty straightforward. We have a bearer token, right? This is something when you will be configuring your environment, you will be, I told you, right, 3 layers: authorization, authentication, and then service, right? So this is something which you will get bearer token, right? And then sample content. This will be the path of your image, okay? And this will be what the endpoint will be. The API Einstein, API.Einstein .ai/v2, because this is version 2. Guys, please go to metamind.io, and you will know, right, what was version 1, what was there in the previous history and all, right? You will be able to get all those detail. Stay updated. That's what I would suggest. Vision, right, because it comes under the category of vision, right? And then it is a OCR. So that's what it is all about. Okay, now moving to the next slide. Okay, now we have a model ID as an OCR model. That's what we discussed in the previous slide, right? And here is an OCR model, right? And task as in contact, right? So again, in the unformatted data, it's all the same. In the specific category, which is contact, it is precisely mentioned as in task as in contact. And model ID, in here, we have the task as in table, right? So this is what we have here. Okay. Now, once you give the request, right, we use it with your image and with the respective model ID and the task, you will get a response, and that response will be in JSON, right? So I know it's again it's a little weird for the non-devs guys. I'm really sorry. Please don't feel that way. Okay, so we'll be actually covering that part into the later slides. So the probability is what the prediction, the confidence which we have received based on the prediction, and label is something which we have to, which the prediction which we wanted to get here. So that is the root, right? You can see that it is available in the bottommost column. I think it's not just a column structure, but yeah, root, I hope you guys can see it here, right? So bounding box, this is something which you will see in every response received. So minimum max, right? This is what you have. So these are nothing but the coordinate, right? Those I'm not sure. Those who are aware about the CSS things, right? This is more something which is which you might have used previously. So you can actually, in a typical page, right? We have all the coordinates defined. So you can actually precisely target that point using these coordinates, and these are the coordinates which actually are given, are received from the in the response as well. Okay. Now if we have a structure of contact, right, it's probably it's a little different, because the label which you will get, right, label will be the again the prediction value which will be receiving, right, and the bonding box will be the same, but I'm not sure if you can see the below part attributes, right. There is something which you will be, I don't know how to, okay, so yeah, so yeah, attributes, right. So tag, you will be using like what kind of value is it, it is a person, or is it a phone, right. So this is something attribute as a tag which you will be which you will be receiving, and you can actually use it to automate your business process. This will be something which will be helping you to create that automation process, right. Now moving to the model, which model ID tabulate v2, right, and task as a table here. So everything is same. The only difference is you will get the actual indexing of where where the label exists inside the table. So everything is same. I won't spend more time on that, but yeah, here you can say that row index is in 1 and column index is in 2, right. So this is what we have here. Okay. So a lot of questions again might be arising from this slide, but please do send it across over the chat. We'll be answering them in the end of this session. Okay. Now, guys, what I really let's make it a fun, right? I really want you guys to shoot me any image, right, of a contact, of course, right. Don't shoot me any random image, but yeah, any contact image which you can find from the Google, from Google, or from you want to like test something out, right. Just shoot me over to sagar.kinja@gmail.com. Let's get it tested in our demo today. Okay. And similarly, what I would suggest is, so far, how is the how is the webinar going on? Please shoot me a mail consisting of the feedback. We will be analyzing that email by capturing a screenshot of it and then using it as in through sentiments, right? So this is something which we'll be doing in this demo. Okay, fine. So this is our first use case. We have contacts, right? And we want to automate, and for an example, right, we want to automate it and we want to create a contact straight away, contact record. So for an example, I, as a sales guy, I went into this meeting, right. I got the contact card, right, and it's really a, it takes time. And trust me, for someone like higher the role is, or the any can role can be any, but the always the idea of every technology, every application is to reduce the time taken in every process. Previously, right, I would take you to some philosophical lecture, but yeah, uh, please guys bear with me on this. So previously, right, we used to have those all data entries into the those black and white, those registers, right, those copies, right? And then we actually had computers, and then computers upgraded. We have CSV, and then now it's all about saving the time in every process, everything, whatever you're doing, right? Let's save time. This is all about this, right? You want to edit your picture, try to get a better view of your own profile picture. That's what nowadays you are getting softwares where you can actually capture the picture, and it gives you all the filters readily available, right? So every technology is all about this theory, to reduce the time taken in every process and automate it, so that we can save some time and spend that time into something which is more valuable. So I went into the meeting, and I got this contact card from two people, and both of the contact card had a similar structure, right. They both of the card had similar structure. Now, it's really a tough for me to go into Salesforce and then create an contact, right? I would expect, can I take a screenshot, like can I take a photo of that contact card or that business card, right? And then automatically the contact will be created. I think that will be the right way. That will be something which I will be expecting. And this will be all about, this specific use case is all about this kind of scenarios where we will be creating contact card. Now, many of you might have seen a lot of different occasions, right, where you are actually getting contact out of it, but the process is not very clear, right? How you can get a contact out of it, since we are using dev tools, right? We are actually getting response into the API structure, right? This is something which we'll be doing into this demo right away. So I'm into this org, which is C Playground. That's what I mentioned, right? So guys, this is just for fun. This is nothing to do with the day-to-day blogs, right? This is just for fun. I go there, right, and whatever idea I have, try to replicate it. And this demo is all about something, which the use cases which I find really interesting. And there were a couple of other use cases which were very interesting, but it took a little time, so I didn't spend time. But yeah, we'll be definitely targeting them in the near future as well. So this is a create contact, right? This is a tab which I've created specifically with the model ID, which we discussed in this scenario right here. Everything will be same. We'll be just using task as in contact, and we'll be shooting an image, which is a business card, right? So let's go ahead and upload an image, right? So let me go and do it here, right? So this is sample business card, right? This is something which is available in Salesforce. I've already tested for all these, but I did ask for an contact card. So I'm not sure if anyone has sent me across. So Vishal, did we received any of the any confirmation from anyone that did we received any? Hey Vishal, you there?
Hello. Yeah, I am there.
Okay, let me just open chats.
Yes, so Sagar, I have posted your email ID in the chat box, and if anyone send a email to Sagar, then please confirm in the chat so that
Yeah,
Sagar can.
yeah, we can see, right? Sesha, I think, has sent a email, right? So that is interesting image. So let's go ahead and open this image, right? Oh my God, that's something different. That's not expected. So I don't think that will be used, right? We we want to again. So let's go ahead, right? And whatever examples we have, we will be doing it. So meanwhile, if you want to send, please shoot it across to me. Let's please we will review it right over our session if the time permits, right? So now I'm uploading an image, guys, right? I'm just following a default Salesforce flow, lightning file upload. I uploaded an image, right? I got a link which I've used to get prediction out of it, right? Now this is the image which I've sent, right? Again, I'm really sorry if someone who's watching this video recorded after some time and see some similarities between the card and someone this is totally coincidental, right? Matre Sayog. So please, I'm really sorry if that happened, right? This is copied from Google. So as you can see, guys, this is the structure of your request, right? And everything is same as I suggested. And authorization BI token, of course, I won't, I will not share mine, right? And this is the endpoint model ID task, which I mentioned before, right? And I will be going into this part first, right? So as you can see in the response, I have received this as a name, right? Jan Liu MD, right? So this is what I can see in the contact card as well. Jan Liu MD, right? So I guess MD is something which is a master of doctorate, right? It's a degree, not a name. But yeah, that's what we have received here, right? And the tag, which is what we have here, is in person, right? Attribute tag as in person, right? And probability also we have received here as in confidence level, and bounding box, as we discussed, is just the coordinates which where the this label is executed, right? Um, now, the second part, we have some other tags available because I will be more focusing on the label, tags, right? Which is what will be used to automate something, right? So attribute again tag as another, right? Let's have if we have something else. So we have a phone. tag as a phone, right? So this is something different. This is something which will help me to identify that this label is a tag as a phone, so I can actually connect, map this label with the relevant field. So I hope you guys will get an idea, right? How this is being done, right? How you can get a contact out of it, right? And this is what makes the difference, right? This is what exactly matters here. Now we have received another tag, which is an email. Wow. So now this is again, right? In a contact, email is a very important part, right? And that's what we have received as a tag, and I can straight away use it to to map it to the relevant field and insert the record. Pretty straightforward. And another one, this is the website tag, right? Which again, website, there are some custom fields or there are some business scenario where I actually capture the website as well, right? So that's what I have. So a lot of other things, we have received address. So similarly, um, we have org as well, right? So tag as an org as well, and the address. So we can actually use these tags and map it to the relevant field. I hope only the devs can understand, and I hope everyone can understand. This is just how we automate process, right? And this is I think the simplest way. We have the tag and we just map with the field and then we insert the record. Pretty straightforward, right? So this is the API structure, guys. And if you're using the C playground, I don't know if if you have already done it, but every response, if you want to capture the raw response, guys, especially the admins and the consultants and the students, right? If any of the dev is saying you something else and he's saying I'm not able to capture, copy this thing and throw it to him, right? That this is what is received. So the POC is already done, right? So that this use case is all about POC here. So we have done the complete POC. Now let's go ahead and see the result, right? How we can actually use the mapping, right? So name. Wow. So the name is there, category as in person. So category, guys, this is again just for my reference and just for your reference, just for something which we should be aware of. And that's why we have actually, I've added category here. Otherwise, it could be just a label, that is Yan Liu MD, right? So now the phone, right? So I can actually search for the category as in phone and I found it and I will just add it. Similarly, title. So title, I think org, on either, that is something I've added. Email, I have the email, so I can add the email as well. Oh, sorry, this is of mobile phone. Well, do I have the mobile phone? I don't have mobile phone, so let me keep it null. And I have the email ID, right? So this is the email ID, guys, and the POC is done. This is all about the POC and how we take care of it, right? So this is address, tag as an address, right? Now address is pretty clear. Now we have Shanghai as well, right? Can we see Shanghai? Yeah, there it is, right? This is already taken care. Oh, this is also there. So let me add address line 1, line 2 is just, if any contact card, just the structure of the contact card and how we drive the solution out of it, it all matters. So don't focus on, what exactly fields we have. It's all about how we generalize the solution, how we standardize it, and how we plan it and execute it further, right? Now account, right? So this can be added to, I think, yeah, United Therapies. So let's see if we have United Therapies Asia here, right? And website as it is. Right? So wow. So guys, I'm being honest and truly, I just copied this image from Google just before this session, right? So I didn't tested it before, and that's what you guys can see, right? Um, okay, because I would be more prepared if the relevant information would be coming. Okay, so this is all about getting something out of it. It's just a POC, guys, which we have done straight away, right? And POC has been is successful. We have successfully created an account. We just need a button here. I do not want you to start spamming the org which we are using, which I'm using right now, and which you will be using, right? So we will not be doing it as of now, right? So we have received the backend structure, admin tabs, again a helpful tool. You guys can click on create snapshot and image will be downloaded. And here is your image. You can use this image for your future reference, right? So if you've done a prediction today, right, you can actually use this image for tomorrow as well, right? So this is just for fun, guys. Again, we through fun only we do POC in quite quite easily, I would say, right? And we actually give more interest to it, and that's what we get, output out of it quite early. So there was another task which I've sent, I've given to you guys. If you guys have any feedback of this session so far, please shoot it across to the email. So we'll be doing that. So if not, then guys, please shoot it across right away. So we will be moving to the second use case. More questions regarding use case one, please put all of them into the chat screen. We will be discussing them as well. Okay. So Shant, I see some of the people in the waiting room. Can you just add them? Okay. So this is
Yeah,
use case two, guys, where I hope you guys can see my PPT. This use case is all about blending and using two predictions, two AI Salesforce Einstein predictions together and get a solution. So this is just, a way you can think of, can we do it? Yeah, of course we can do it. Now, yes should be always the answer, right? And then start exploring like how, right, how exactly, what all things are available and how we can leverage all of them, right? So this is all about this story lineup. Now what if I just wanted to capture, right, how many, what is the speed of, if this speed of this specific car has gone beyond the expected or beyond threshold, right? I just want to capture the, the number plate, and based on the number plate, based on the text, mentioned in the character mentioned into the number plate, the registration number plate, right? I will be using that to automate certain process. I just want to send a challan to that guy, right? Find it into database and challan, send a challan, right? So it sounds really interesting. Can we do it? So this is one of the use case which I was really interested in, but uh, it required a little more time, but I will be doing it because something which is interesting, I think one should not give up, right? And trust me, it's once you get started, it won't take much time, right? So object is what we have is in car, right? We can use object detection to actually specify that what type of car and all, right? All those things, we can use object detection there. And from that image, right, we can actually get text out of it, and that's what OCR can be used and leveraged here, right? So I cannot show you the blend of object detection and OCR, but what I can show you is the blend of sentiment analysis and OCR, or I would call OCR first and the sentiment analysis. We will be converting the text out of an email. Email, of course, it can be a feedback, and we will be getting the sentiments out of it. And sentiments, we will be using Salesforce Einstein language, Einstein sentiment there. Okay. So I will go back to my C playground, right? Okay, and I will go to analyze sentiment here, right? I can see again the same type of screen. I can click on upload file, and let me go to certain examples which I have already. So guys, if anyone has sent some feedbacks, please do send it across. Not, then we can actually have some fun and then use those feedback. Of course, it can be bad or negative, right? We will be actually getting, Einstein will be telling us if the feedback is negative or a positive one. So this is just a sentiment example, guys. So a big line of you know text given by certain user, and should, I do not want to invest so much time in reading everything, though customer feedback is very important. I totally agree. That's what something which I'm a customer of some services, right? But yeah, what if I just, this is just for fun, what if I want to use Einstein there, right? So I just used Einstein sentiment here, right? Model, I'm actually not using task as in context here. I'm just using unformatted data, right? So what this has given me is, it has given me what exactly the labels are. It's just given me, the text. That's it. No tagging, nothing, no categories, nothing. So I have the raw text now. Now I just want to get an sentiment out of it. So guys, this is Einstein sentiment, right? Uh, I actually built something where you could actually see the logs of the sentiment all in one and capture a screenshot. But during the dry run, it got somehow like it was not behaving properly. So if I click on sentiment, right, it will give me the proper feedback, but you guys will not be able to capture the logs. So that is, I'm truly sorry for, but I will definitely take care of it in upcoming, of course, in some time, and then you will get it, right? So this is what, I've received a prediction. So this email feedback, whatever, we didn't even spend time in reading it, right? But it was positive. So we can actually stay, yeah, this is good. This is something which I can, I can feel happy about, right? So, okay, so this is all about blending of two predictions into one, right? Let me go to the back to the use case two and use case three. So we just did this use case, right? Get sentiment from text in a screenshot and get if it is a negative, neutral, or positive. So we just actually did this use case. Okay, now always I believed, right, that what if I just want to insert some record based on a screenshot or through a phone camera. Like I will just, I've taken just picture and then I just want to insert those record. Sounds really cool, right? But always you have to insert, in order to insert records, someone who's actually familiar with Salesforce, they, or of course in your own technologies might be similar case. You have to get it into the flat files or into relevant formats, and then you update or insert it, right? So what if we can actually have a screenshot, we had a screenshot, right? And then convert it into a table, and in the table like structure can be inserted into Salesforce. Guys, my answer is yes, this is 100% doable. I did it to up to up 10, a specific extent, but didn't actually went ahead. But yeah, we'll be definitely, moving forward. And that is where I would like to take a full stop, like a comma, right? And spend some more time sharing to you a little, a little journey which I'm having with the students of KL University. So I'm in a, in a weekly sync, or I would call a bi-monthly sync during their exams, so that actually their teachers are not really angry that these guys are actually spending more time. That's why their marks are getting low. So I'm actually, in connection, and in actually discussions in webinar, through webinars and all, with the KL University kids, right, students, and they are into all these AI Einstein things, right? So they have brilliant ideas which they want to take forward, and that is where they are actually spending more time into thinking and visualizing and exploring their own thought process, and that is what matters most. Because the more you can actually think, like, the vague your thought process is, I think bigger you can actually visualize and then take it forward, right? And since these guys are in third year and fourth year, right, so it's really a tremendous thing which these guys are doing and putting a lot of effort. And that's what, I would really urge each one of you, right, from your point of view, if you have any ideas, anything, right, let's go ahead, let's connect. It can start today, trust me. If you want to wait, it can wait forever. So let's get started earliest as we should be, right? So this comma is over now, right? It was kind of a full stop. Let's go back to our use case 4. Let's try to insert some records into um, Salesforce through a screenshot, right? Okay, so again, I went here. So this is again for fun, guys. This is capture table. I could actually go into the upload files, right? And let me upload a file which is table in a table format. Now I did it for up to an extent. I didn't completed it fully because of, again, time constraint. But this is a doable POC. This is a successful POC which I could definitely say. Now I've used a model ID here as an, I hope you guys are aware about, right? We did actually used a different model ID for tables, right? So this is a tablet v2 task as a table. And again, this is the, structure of your request, right? This is the structure. And that's what response you have received. As usual, if you go into here, right? And in the console.logs, you could actually see um, all whatever predictions you have received, right? So that's what you guys can see from here, right? You can copy it and use it for your reference. In the screenshot, this is more of a refined version of what I'm showing you, right? So this is what you will get, right? So for an example, label as in San Diego, right? So let's see where San Diego sits. San Diego sits somewhere here, right? So now it's really tough to find where, from a code point of view, from a mapping point of view, from a system point of view, right? Because how would system know that, where exactly San Diego is? Where should I put it? put this value, right? That is what you will get from here, which is the attributes cell location. You will get the exact index. So column is first and the row is the third, right? And that's what, let's go and verify it. Yeah, it's first and it's third. So this is good, right? You can actually use this category, right? This is what the cell location attribute, and this is what you can use to actually capture a screenshot, convert it into a table like structure, and then you just have to automate the process by inserting into your Salesforce instance, right? Pretty straightforward. um, Again, this is a successful POC, guys, and let's go for the next round. Oh, this is done, right? So this is all well, all set. I think I'm done from my end. We actually closed it quite early, so we can actually spend ample amount of time in answering the questions and get to know each other, right? All positive and negative feedbacks are welcomed, guys. This is what I believe we are all about, um, learning from today and getting better tomorrow. So this is scribble test. Guys, this is under POC. Don't bombard it what you want to do, right? This is what I actually saw it in the recent Apple launch, the iOS 14, where in the tab, right, they actually can use pen, and then they draw something, and then it will give you the text and all, right? So this is what I think it was a cool POC which can be done for Einstein, right? Can we use it similar like structure with Einstein OCR? So that is this tab is all about this approach, right? All fun activities. Can we do it? Let's see if we can, if it will work or not, right? Because answer after doing it is only what we will be able to know unless someone else is already giving us, right? So that's what this is all about. I actually did all those things to just to, I think, we can actually try it out. This is S, right? So I can take a snapshot. So if this is a snapshot, yeah, this is an S, right? Let's try to upload this as an image. Let's go into downloads, and this is an S, right? Let's see if it actually reads it or not. Again, this is totally something which under POC. Okay, so it's actually read it. The image has been loaded, but I don't think the prediction was coming here. Yeah, so prediction has not arrived, right? So somewhat there is some issue with, of course, the POC which we are doing. I'm not saying, yeah, it's not doable with Einstein OCR. What I'm trying to say is something which I'm doing is something requires more attention. So I would put this POC under a yellow umbrella. This is in green. This is in green, and this is in green. This is under yellow because this is something which we have to revisit and then come back. Okay, so that's all, guys, from my end. It's over to you. Let's hear it out. Let's have the questions. I will be going like the first in, first out. I will be starting from the top. Okay. So let me just, okay, so the first question which we have received here is Salesforce Einstein OCR is a separate license which we need to buy, or it's bundled with EA license. Okay, guys, so I hope initial slides might have given you the answer of this question. It comes into the Einstein Dev Tools. It's 100% free, up to 2,000 transactions, 2,000 predictions, guys. So you can go ahead and register your email ID, and you will get 2,000 predictions per month, guys, per month. So trust me, it's simple. It's too much, and that's what all 2,000 predictions is something which we are. Which actually I'm using into this C playground. I'm not using more, right? So this is what it is. You can actually go ahead and then see, right? This is the limit, and it never goes beyond, right? Sometimes if it goes low, then it is 30 or 31st, and it actually gets okay. So now the next question. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. Hey Bhavna. Hey. Wow, so Washington DC, that's good to hear. Hope you are doing good. You're safe and healthy. Einstein session after long time. Thanks, Sesha. Okay, please let us know. Put all good questions. Okay, awesome. Okay, crystal clear. Looks pretty cool. Thank you so much. Okay, why Einstein voice is going to retire? Wow, that's a pretty cool question. That's from Sesha, right? Whom can you expect it from? The one who's always looking after what's going on in the Einstein, right? So uh, though the exact reasons are not clear, but every feature from Salesforce, it comes into a beta version, right, where we can actually give and give feedback, test it out, give feedback and all. So probably it has it has gone back into the factory to keep up the pace, or like get some more juice and then get back into your hands, Sesha. So that can be the reason, but yeah, officially we don't know about that, right? So great resources. Thanks a ton. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. So there we go. So forward loft says it all. Saagar straight forward land loft says it all. Okay. So I'm really sorry I didn't understood. So okay, so yeah, might be it was for fun. So does this model can read handwritten documents? So this is what we just did, right? So I hope this answers your question. Scribble, right? This kind of POC which we put, which I've kept it into the yellow umbrella. So this is all about what your question is. Um, it can do scan documents though. Okay, so that's I think the answer given by Prabhat. That's actually the good, the right answer. Precise answer. Written text will not be recognized. Absolutely, you're right, Sesha. Okay, so text OCR. Can Einstein detect passive aggressive sentiment? Well, we have right now three categories, like three categories of the response. That is positive, neutral, and the third one negative, right? So that's what we have. Um, Prabhat, if you have a business case, right, or you have your own case which you want to pursue further, what I would suggest is there is plenty of libraries available. Go ahead and explore. It's like I go ahead and explore. Let's do a POC, right? Let's connect and let's do it. Let's take it to the closure. So there are tons of libraries available, not in just sentiments, everywhere. Like the next phase of OCR, if you see, right, we have design pattern recognition as well. So in an image, right, whatever design it is, it actually is able to recognize the design. So if what if you are creating a rectangle, right, and the AI will be able to capture the the rectangle out of that, which might be imperfect because you're actually writing it down, right, through your pen or your mouse, right? So it might be imperfect, but what if an eye, right, who actually can convert it into a rectangular shape, right, and give you the dimensions out of it, that what exactly dimensions you have given it. I think it will be really helpful, useful in those architecture lineup, right? So I would suggest not just like to restrict yourself to anything, but to go beyond, have plenty of thoughts, and let's explore, let's do it, right? That's something which I would suggest on this. Okay, I haven't done anything about Einstein, but my mind is blown. Awesome, thank you so much. These are the feedbacks I think I was really looking for. KL University, yeah, big kudos to you guys. I really like working with you, connecting with you, talking to you, right, talking with you, right, discussing on your ideas, whatever cool features you guys are thinking and trying to implement. Um, okay, can I read forms and populate data in a table? The answer is yes. We just did a POC for that, and the answer is yes for that. It for sorry, I think yeah, it for any talks to scan and convert text or any format as per requirement. Absolutely, the answer is yes. We can do it, and I think you could please go ahead and then do it using Einstein. I think this one is the last one. So guys, if you have more, please do feel free to put it into the chats. Using Einstein AI, can we predict trending case for the day? Example, in a flu situation, we got a lot of queries related to vaccines. Now, this is the COVID time, and we get a lot of query related to vaccines. I think that is a fantastic use case, and it will be really helpful in this critical time. And what I could think of is it can be actually built with a blend of different different features of Einstein. Of course, OCR might be used like in times of like if you have a document to be scanned in between, but I don't think it will be required, right? So whatever we are getting, we can actually use, we can actually use prediction builder to get prediction out of it, right? And then we can actually automate the process with the NBA. So yeah, blend of tools, we can actually brainstorm and then design a solution to automate it. So the answer is of course yes, and the thumbs up. Can this handle bulk documents in bulk? The answer is no. So you actually want to scan one image at a time, right? Prabhat. So I think that's something which I would recommend, and that's what you have one image at a time. For exploring more, guys, please go ahead and then I've given a lineup of from where you can get started. This is really cool. This is really interesting, and I really love it. Whenever I get a chance, I actually try to do have think about some use case and try to build it, and that's what I would suggest. Everyone when they try to do it their own, right, they will actually learn something new. Einstein AI is more based on data. What happens if leakers comes into the picture? What leakers, Sesha? You need to be more precise. Do you have any image for that? Should I use your image? What the image which you have sent? Data leakers. Okay, so it's like the noise, right? You're talking about. Okay, Einstein AI is more based on data. What happens if leakers come into the picture, right? Huh. So see, if we talk about Einstein, see noise, right? There's something which we are, if we are talking about noise, it is something which yeah, it is something which is totally relevant to the use case, basically the data model which we are working on. So let me just go ahead and Sesha, and I think this is something which we should ideally do. Ideally, I've done before, but yeah, let me just go ahead and then upload your image and let's see what exactly we have here. OCR. Okay, let's go ahead and do the sentiment here, because I think sentiment, right? It's where I've used the unformatted data. So let's go ahead and then use what Sesha has sent it to us, right? So this is downloading right now. Done. I hope it's not relevant. Okay, a cat and a dog, both animals I love, right? Both are really intellectual. Okay, so as you can see, right, images of the dog, it is completely being ignored here, right? Oh, so I think you are talking about the data leakers in this way. I got your point. Okay, fine. So I think you got the answer right. A-A-A-A-O-A-X. That's what the text which we have right now. So I think O or something which is there inside the eyeball or somewhat like might be representing a character or something, right? It's not actually showing up here. Okay, that's cool. Yep. Awesome then. I think that's good. It was really connecting with you all. Let's see if we have more questions. Okay. Vishal, can we just, okay, so yeah, label leakage is detected by Einstein and presented under recommendation. Prabhat, thank you so much again for highlighting it. Yeah. So no, this is not the one I sent. So I think I just received this one. Sesha. Okay, we can actually, Sesha, we can take it offline and then we can actually, do more round of testing around it. Okay. So guys, that's all from my end. Thank you so much for being a wonderful audience. It was really love, I feel great to connect with you all and giving, connecting and answering and questions and answers, feedbacks and all, right? So that's something I really appreciate. Over to you, Vishal. I am done from my end.
Wow. Thank you so much, Sagar. This is, I think, one of the best sessions we have in our Impact Salesforce Saturday. And I saw like the audience is quite interactive throughout the session. And actually, my mind also blowed out by all the POCs that you have shown to us. This is really informative. This is really. Thank you so much for this awesome session. So before ending our session today, guys, I just want to shoot a one question to everyone. So, how many of you currently present in the session are students or freshers, or having less than 1 year of experience and looking for a job? So So can someone of you just post on chat as a yes, so that we can get to know how many students or how many freshers we have in this session. You just have to write yes in the comment. Meanwhile, Sagar, can you please go to our talent center slide? So, guys, as Vishal already told you, recently we have launched our portal named as a talent center. So, guys, this particular portal is like dedicated for all the freshers or all the students who are looking for their career in Salesforce ecosystem, and they are also looking for the jobs. uh, okay, so this particular this particular portal is especially for all you guys. Okay, so I am posting the URL for talent center. Meanwhile, Sagar, can you please open that portal? So, guys, if you are a student and if you are looking for a job, then this
Can you
particular
see my
portal.
screen?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, awesome. So let me, I think I received couple of images as well, but for the time sake, we will be skipping this one as of now, guys. But I would really urge you guys to go ahead and, try to upload it on your own, right? This is the website. It is secured, but yeah, it's showing as a not secured because SSL is something which I've not bought, but yeah, internally it is secure. Trust me. Yeah, so let us go to Talent Central Global, right? Yeah, there it
So, guys,
is.
this site is currently live for
No,
all
this
the.
is not the right one.
Uh,
Just give me a second.
sure, sure. So,
Yep.
it's HTTP. Uh,
Yep. HTTP. I think I just opened the incorrect one. Fine. Yeah, there it is. Fine. Yeah.
Yes, so guys, this particular portal, especially for all the students like you and those who are looking for immediate jobs, or they are, but they are not getting any type of help from the community. Okay, because in Salesforce system, like everyone is looking for the experienced one. So we as a new Delhi developer group created this particular portal. So if you are a student or if you are a fresher with less than 1 year of experience, then you can go to this particular portal and register yourself. And on behalf of all of you, we will share your resumes and your profiles with all the recruiters to which we are currently in a discussion. And then definitely, if someone from our recruiters will like your profile, they will directly reach out to you, and then you will get a chance to have a interview session with them. So this is our one initiative we are currently working upon, and we need your support in promoting this particular portal, so that students like you in our Salesforce ecosystem will leverage the benefit of this portal. And guys, if you have any questions related to this portal, you can reach out to us. You can reach out to New Delhi SFDC DUG at the rate gmail.com, or Talent Central global one at the rate gmail.com, or you can directly connect with Sagar, Sushant, me, and Atul as well. And we will definitely walk through this portal, and and if you have any questions, then we'll definitely try to resolve. Thank you. Sagar, do you have anything to share? We are good to wrap up.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you so much, Sushant, for giving this opportunity to, allowing me to connect with everyone and share what I know. And I think it was really a fabulous time connect and everything, right? It was really a good one to connect with you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sagar, for this lovely session, and thank you so much, guys, for being here with us. And thanks for joining today's session. Have a good day.